Yeah, now let's see here. I want to write up some more articles. Some of these articles now are very important. And these articles are what govern our ship now. They're like our constitution in a way. And we put on there, all musicians shall play every day, say that of the Sabbath. And we say that there because musicians... what?
I got some rum, Captain.
Oh, look at this. The Scarlet Ravens brought us some rum now. We were quite happy to see that. You know, rum be very important aboard ship. Now, water often would go bad, and you often had no control over where you would get your water, and if it would be good or not. Wine, of course, was quite good, but you couldn't always control wine, and you couldn't always have a good supply of it. But rum, now rum comes from the Caribbean, and rum is almost as good as money. And you'd be exchanging money and rum between each others and enjoying the good rum for what it is. So,
not to mention, you give your crew rum to make them happy.
To make them work harder.
To work harder, right.
And to keep their teeth from falling out when you make grog, you mixing it with limes.
The Royal Navy loved to keep their crew half drunk.
Well, a pint of rum a day or a gallon of beer, your choice. What say you, Swabby? Alright, now let's talk about these rums here. Now we've got two. And now this be Bumbu.
And what would a pirate be without his rum? We love our rum.
We love our rum.
And you'll be looking forward to more rum samples or reviews in the future.
It's true. And now on this first episode of the Pyrat Rum.
The second captain.
I'm not the second captain. I'm the first captain.
You are the first captain. But this will be the second episode.
This be the second episode.
You drink too much rum.
That's true. Time flies when you're having rum. So, now on this second episode of the Pyrat Round, we'll be talking about the rums, and this be Bumbu. Now Bumbu be a rum that, of course, you can tell is very piratical because it has the crossbones on the front. As you can see there. It's got the crossbones. And a Bumbu is a fantastic rum.
And X marks the spot.
X marks the spot, as you can see on the cork. That's the spot that you want to hit. You want to open that up to get some booty, and that'd be our rum. Now Bumbu would be what they call a spiced rum. It's got many spices there of the Caribbean, including vanilla, banana, and almonds, and other things, and it'd be a very smooth, easy drinking rum.
Now what was rum made out of, Captain? Wasn't it molasses and...
No, your better rums weren't made from molasses. Believe it or not, your rum, it'd be a byproduct of sugar cane refining, because sugar cane, of course, a way to get sugar and send it over to Europe to rot the teeth of the nobility. And the rum then, it come from refining the sugar cane, and you end up with something that you call scum. And scum, of course, isn't bad, but scum is what you would then further refine, and then you would ferment it then to make rum. And that's why you would have the sweet taste of rum, and then that would come from the sugar cane, and you would have the alcohol, and that would come from the fermentation. And sometimes you would have the sorts of waters, or you would have how long it sat in a keg or a cask or a pot, and that rum, well, it was considered to be quite an amazing drink because it's so easy to make, and people drink it, and it had some healthy calories to it, but also what people thought about rum is that rum is unique in many ways, such as with Irish whiskey and with mead, is that rum has a very spiritual component. And we'll talk about that in other times, but I say first we should try this Bumbu. What say you?
I'm all for the Bumbu.
Well, let's have it chased. And oh, you can tell it's good rum because the cork pops off there.
Now this Bumbu rum, you smell it, and it's got a wee bit of a fruity smell to it. It's actually really good and smooth. Now you mentioned something about rum. Now hot rums and is it cold rums?
Well, hot rums and cold rums. Now, you have your types. Anything below 50% is considered a cold
Now
rum.
what do you mean 50%?
50% alcohol. That'd be 100 proof. Now anything below that, now that'd be considered a cool rum, and that'd be a rum that you would drink for the pleasure of drinking alone with your friends, and you would enjoy the taste of it. And now hotter rums would be rums with a higher alcohol content, and they would taste a lot like things that you would use to strip the paint off the spar, and you would use that to clean the rust off metal, and it was basically used to dump into things to get your friends drunk at a wedding feast. And you would enjoy your cool rums because you're enjoying them for the flavor themselves. And of course, when you're talking about great flavor, you're talking about Bumbu rum because it's got the most fantastic flavor. So let's dish up a little bit of this Bumbu.
Now, we stumbled upon Bumbu on a little journey we had south of where we live. It's got a nice amber or nice caramely colour. But as I was saying, we stumbled across it on a trip that we went to the south.
It does have a very nice colour to it.
We walked in and we saw this.
Got nice amber.
X marks the spot, and we thought, that's got to be a real treasure.
It's got a very good colour. Very pleasurable.
To tell you a little bit about this rum, the captain's sister, who we don't see very often, she doesn't drink much. But she was drinking this rum all by its lonesome. And she rather enjoyed it, and we left what was left of the bottle, a little bit left.
There wasn't much left.
There wasn't much left, and then when we got home to our own port, we tried to find this. And we finally got one of our favourite haunts near us to carry this Bumbu rum. And Bumbu now has a new rum, which hopefully we'll get soon, called Bumbu XO. So hopefully we'll get to try it soon, but anyway, this is Bumbu. Now, when you smell the Bumbu, you get a nice odor to it.
Now I smell banana, I smell almond, and I smell vanilla in there.
There's a little bit of that all in there. Now, the first time we tasted it, we were like, what is that fruity flavour? And we started thinking, that'd be banana.
Yeah, it's banana.
And as you notice, the coloration, it's a light caramely
It's a
colour.
fine, it's a fine
You've got
colour.
more than I do.
What?
That is okay. You need it more than me. You're the captain.
That's right.
But it's a nice caramely colour.
Got
And
that flavour and smell.
like I said, it's got a really good smell, a real fruity smell, which is a wee bit of banana, a little bit of almond, the vanilla, and then once you taste it, you can taste a wee bit of the wood cask. Now, this cask here, it's got a woody flavour, but this, if you put Bumbu in this, you'd ruin it.
No, you wouldn't do that now. A Bumbu, there'd be more of it's almost like a dessert drink. You'd want to sit around with your friends around the table, having a good time, plotting your next adventure, and passing around a bottle of Bumbu, and it'd be the kind of thing that you'd sit back and enjoy a good, soft, easy drink there, and the taverns in the evening.
And it makes a great gift to your friends, your pirate friends.
That to do. So
Hopefully one of them will visit us soon.
well, we gave Captain Tarnar a bottle of that, and hopefully he's enjoying it now. So I say, yar har.
Your har.
We have a taste here. Oh, I
Now
always
it's got
love that.
just a slight tingle to the throat and to the throat.
Yeah,
but
it's quite cool.
but
as
that
the
is
rum goes.
typical of what would be a hard alcohol.
Yeah, but this
Is very smooth,
very smooth.
and
now. It's got that sweet taste to it, and that vanilla taste is very smooth.
now
Very enjoyable.
Bumbu. This be a 750 milliliter bottle, as you can see. We already drink quite a bit of it down.
Not only that,
can't
this
resist.
morning.
Ooh, this morning. You've been cheating on me, Captain.
So, it does say that many things there on the bottle. It gives you some information about it.
So, Bumbu is from Barbados.
Barbados, the island of Barbados, and which is considered by many there to be the centre of rum production in the Caribbean. It's where quite a bit of rum production there started, and now you have rums from all over the world. But really, they started there in the Caribbean, either in Jamaica or over in Barbados. And Barbados is known for its cool rums, its flavourful, easy drinking rums, and Jamaica be known for its hot rums, much hotter, a little spicier and harder to get it, and you'd be pouring it into punches and stuff to get your wedding guests all wild and crazy.
Now, we want to say, get a little bit of a disclaimer, you might say, is if you're going to drink responsible. Don't go out driving drunk and harm some innocent person and get yourself into a bunch of trouble and end up in the hangman's noose, you might say. Now, I'm going to read a wee bit of what it says here on the Bumbu bottle. An authentic Caribbean legend, Bumbu is masterfully blended by hand from island rums and native spices chosen from across the West Indies based on 16th century native recipes. Bumbu reveals in history, I can read, believe that, and craftsmanship in every recipe. This is the original. Now, you might be searching for this, and there might be somebody referred to as a Little Wayne. I think he might be a little, I don't know what he is. He's little. I don't know if he's a pirate or not, but just look for the Bumbu original. So anyway, another sip of it. It's got that nice fruity smell.
That's the flavour. A very full, almost like a dessert. You'd want to share this with your finest friends that you've got.
Over ice, it's actually quite good. Not that the pirate had much ice.
Not that we'd have much ice aboard the ship, but the flavour of it is quite amenable to your palate, and you would love your easy drinking, flavourful spices in there, and quite enjoyable. I'm having a taste of bilge water here to clear me palate, and then I'll toast you one more time, Scarlet Raven, for bringing this rum here. Your heart.
I drink mine rather quickly. And once again, we advise you to be drinking responsible if you're going to drink. Don't be drinking if you're carrying a young'un inside your belly, because you're going to have to clean your belly and share with your friends. It's a great sharing drink.
It is. Now, to contrast it a bit, we've got another one here called Pyrat Rum.
The Pyrat is XO Reserve. Now, Pyrat is a less expensive rum. Not that Bumbu is expensive. I think we paid a rather 39 coins, I think, at most, which is not too bad.
Worth every one of them, I say.
Worth every one of them. And where Pyrat is a little bit cheaper rum, it's still a very good rum and quite tasty.
That is.
We like to make a little drink called Blackbear'ds Pyratey Revenge with Pyrat Rum. And to talk a little bit about the punch that it is before we sip this, we take 2 shots of Pyrat Rum, and then we take 4 shots of a drink that is a Blackberry Pomegranate. That's what it is. Blackberry Pomegranate.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy juice to find.
It's quite rare.
It's quite rare, but it makes a good one. And Captain Bartholomew and Bernie like their blackberries. So we take 2 shots of rum, 4 shots of the Blackberry Pomegranate Juice, and then we take 4.5 usually of some ginger ale. Not ale, but ginger ale. And then we take 1/4 to 1/2 a twist of a squeeze of lime, and we squeeze every ounce of that lime juice into it. Sometimes even the pulp. We put some ice cubes in it, we stir it up, and it is quite a tasty rum. No, rum, I say rum. Actually, it is a pirate punch. And it's kind of like the grog. Because grog, as you might know, was a mix of rum, a mix of lime juices, and a little bit of water. And that kept from your teeth rotting and falling out, and it kept you healthy. So it is actually quite a good drink. While a little bit watered down, it was still quite a good drink. And the pirate punch, you'll often hear that word pirate punch, is a great pirate punch. And we invite you to try Blackbear'ds Pyratey Punch, or Blackbear'ds Pyratey Revenge, named after our mate over here, Bartholomew Roberts. Well, actually, he's also got another name he likes to be called as Blackbear'd. Not that he's black, but he's a dark bear. But anyway, enough about Blackbear'd. So
now,
Pyrat Rum.
Pyrat Rum now. It's a product of Guyana. Now, you know that Guyana is in South America, but it'd be facing there on the Caribbean. And it'd be a place there where they grow the sugar cane. Now, the colour there...
It's a little bit lighter.
It's a bit lighter now. I never noticed that before. It doesn't seem to have that kind of a darker amber colour that the Bumbu has. Now that doesn't make much difference, but sometimes if you look at it, they say that the brown rums actually end up tasting a little bit better. And it's got a lighter colour, but not too bad. I'd say it's definitely a coloured rum, a brown rum. You give it a good sniff, and I definitely smell the wood in there. I smell the cask
and this little bit of spice. Now it's not overly spiced.
No, it's not overly spiced. But I do smell the wood.
There's a little bit of a saltiness to it.
Is there now?
Yes.
Let me have a flavour.
It's got a little bit more of the tingle on the tongue too.
That you do. Now,
it's not quite as smooth as Bumbu, but this is a fine rum to be mixing with your pirate punch.
Oh, there'll be a bit of salt in there. Just a bit. And I think that hint of salt is perhaps from when it would be on a ship in a cask, and you've got a bit of salt in there because you get salt everywhere on a ship.
It tingles a little bit more on the back of the throat.
And now this would be a drink there, not quite a dessert drink, but you'd still pass this around to your friends, and you'd be sitting around having a bit of this pirate rum when you'd be talking about pirate things and pirate adventures. And you'd want to open up a bottle of pirate rum, and you'd spread it around and say, "Aye, me hearties, now we're going to have some pirate rum, and we're going to talk about pirate things and pirate adventures."
And you know the interesting thing? They spell it almost like we spell pirate.
That'd be true.
This
pirate
is the
rum.
archaic way of spelling pirate. People, I had somebody ask me one day when they saw the pirate round, and it wasn't Pirate, it was Py. Why? Because we be pirates.
That's
Rate. Because Pyrate is the archaic way of spelling pirate, and this be spelled without the E. Pyrat, Bilgy, Rat.
Has a bit more of a harder liquor flavour to it. Not quite as smooth, but quite enjoyable in a way.
This definitely does not have the fruity smell that Bumbu has.
No, it
but
doesn't.
You can definitely smell the woodiness to it.
You can, a bit of wood there. Yes, and the alcohol.
It's a little bit more bitter too.
Bitter, just a bit,
but not much. Bitter is bitter sometimes.
Now, what I say about pirate rum is, it's a bit less expensive, but you get a good bargain, and for its price, it's hard to beat pirate rum. Now, it is an authentic Caribbean rum. It's from Guyana. It's not from Tennessee or Florida or New York City or places like that, or Colorado, where they find lots of rum. But no, this be a rum that be authentic and from the Caribbean. And I would recommend it to those who wish to bring it out and speak a bit about different sorts of rum and share it with their piratical companions and have a good time. Oh, now look at what Scarlet Raven's doing. She's breaking into that there rum.
Now this is
that's keg kept.
This be a Calypso rum. Now Calypso, if you remember from the Pirates of the Caribbean, was a goddess. Now I gotta say, this is rather swill compared. It's smooth, but it is rather swill. And being in this keg is a keg that we had made for us for the pirate round.
And you can see the pirate round.
Might see it a little bit, but it does say the pirate round. It is an authentic keg that be wood burned. And I hold this up. You might see the color a little bit. It is a little bit lighter. And this is a real cheapy rum that we decided to age our cask.
Let me see that rum.
Now, if you be drinking that, don't be saying I poisoned you, Captain.
No, I'm not going to touch it. But I see what you're saying. This is quite pale. Oh, smells very woody. Well, of course, it's been in that keg under Bill G. Well, it actually it tastes a bit like, it smells a bit like wood, but also a bit like thin, like lacquer.
Just to show that it is drinkable.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why the Scarlet Raven would drink it, but
I'm a glutton for punishment.
this must be.
Chain me to the yardarm and whip me.
No, we won't do that. But just to clear your palate, perhaps you'd like a little Bumbu. Yeah, pour it in the slop bucket.
So this be where you dump your swill.